Bulan Waya and welcome. This is Maper coming to you live from the comfort of my home. Um, it is Saturday here and it's 9:01 p.m. So I hope that you've had a great day, Saturday, Sunday, in different, depending on which part of the world you're watching me from, and what time of the day. So I welcome you here. It is another go live from me. Um, Today is I just want to speak on just staying positive and as we start this new year. I did talk about what now and then what is next. Today is going to be more on positive impact, positive speaking some positivity, and just encouraging you, as well as it is encouraging me. I would like to share this, and so staying positive doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. By the way, if you're watching me for the first time, um, I am a registered nurse, originally from Fiji. This is part of my business, and I welcome you here. Um, just helping families, hardworking families, immigrants, even nurses, as I'm a registered nurse, even nurses to know that there are options, opportunities out there, that you can build on the side, while still working full time. And so it means, when I say staying positive doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. I can say I admit that I don't have a perfect life. Um, but it means choosing hope, faith, and perspective one day at a time. So some days could be challenging, some days could be, everything just happens to work well for you. Um, and and that is what I mean by, we don't have to, you don't have um, to have a perfect life. But it just means choosing hope, faith, and perspective one day at a time. And here are gentle, I have a few reminders I live by, and especially in heavy seasons, moments of uh, challenging moments. And this is something that I have learned, and that is start with gratitude, um, protect your peace, focus on what you can control. Many times we try to focus on the things that we can control, and it really stresses us out. It really drains us. But focus on the things that you can control. Also, celebrate small wins. Small progress. Every step forward is something to celebrate, because it is a progress forward. It is your next step to either your success journey, to the goals that you've set for yourself, or just stepping away from what you want to, away from the things that do not serve you. And so here's another one: celebrate small wins, as well as speak kindly to yourself. I'm a firm believer that that I need to speak positive things to myself, because that is a way of encouraging you. That is a way of telling you that you are more than, that you are capable, that you are made for more, that um, that you can do great things. Because if you speak negative things to yourself, then you're only limiting yourself from being successful, or limiting yourself from taking the next step, or getting closer to the goals that you have set for yourself. So always be kind to yourself. Um, and when I say that, it doesn't mean that you say good things to yourself, positive things to yourself, and tell yourself every day. And that is why I like to use affirmations, because they remind me that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And so stay connected to uplifting people, connected to people that will celebrate you, people that will encourage you even when you are not doing that well, even when you are struggling. They are there to speak positive words to you, to encourage you, to hold your hand. That is where, and so staying connected to uplifting people will only help you grow, will help you um, be successful in your journey, will help you know that you are capable of doing anything, just about anything. Your heart, just about anything you put your heart in. And so, not only that, you pause, breathe, and reset. Um, I always use the Sundays as the time that I pause, breathe, and reset, because not only is a day of rest for me, but it is a day just before the week starts. So, reflecting on what the week, what I have gone through the week, taking that time to rest and resetting. And so that is important too. These are things that has helped me, has helped many who have been successful in this business journey, even in life. Pause, breathe, and reset. Always find time to do that and trust that growth is happening. Even when you can't see it yet, we must trust that whatever you're doing, whatever and for as long as it is something um, that is purposeful, intentional, that is helping in your growth, even if you don't see that growth yet. I started this journey, and at some point I was saying, like, what is not working here? What am I doing that needs to change? But in fact, you just have to be consistent, keep showing up, um, and believe in the process, believe in what you're doing, because just like how you put a seed, you have to lay a seed for it to actually grow, for it, and on top of that you water it, but you have to put it down. So it's just like thinking about, okay, um, I have to remember that I don't have to see it, but it is working. The roots are forming, it is growing, and it is growing deep. The roots are growing deep, and before you know it, you actually see growth. And so, um, so here's the thing, and this is where quiet growth comes in. Um, Growth doesn't always look loud or dramatic. It doesn't always have to be loud and dramatic. Sometimes it just looks like showing up when you're tired. sometimes, uh, sometimes when I do my Go Lives, ever since I started these Go Lives in 2024, September of 2024, I was always excited. But then there were times that, I was tired. I was tired, but I still showed up because this is um, this is my business, and I choose to do it whatever time. I don't have to, open my to have a store, to open it first thing in the morning, and then you close it at the end of the day. This digital business, I am in control of it. And so there are times when I'm tired, but I choose to show up. Why? Because it is only 30 minutes of my time, it is only an hour of my time, but it is serving me, it is helping me grow, and that is why I show up anyway. And so show up when you're tired, learning instead of quitting. Sometimes, like I said, I wasn't seeing growth, but I wasn't quitting because I knew this is working for so many people. And if it is working for them, it is going to work for me. And that is the positive and affirmations that uh, the positive things that I tell myself, the affirmations that yes, I can do it too, and I can do it because I know that it is working, and it will show up anyway. And trusting that process, believing in the system, and connecting with people who will uplift you has really helped me so well in my journey. And so, learning instead of quitting, because when you see that something is not working, then I need to learn. So that is what I did. Had to look for what is working, or what is working in, with some of my business partners, that maybe I can apply to my journey and see if it works for me. And so it's always a learning curve. It is always a process of trial and error, because you're not always perfect. So everything comes with learning. And if it is not working, there is no quitting is not part of this journey. There are so many ways to find growth in different strategies in this digital business. There are so many platforms that you can choose to. And so that is why I say learning instead of quitting. Because quitting, that is nothing will, come out of it. So choosing discipline over comfort. Like if you are tired, sometimes I am tired, but I do show up. And because I want to discipline myself in this business journey, just like how I show up to work every day, I clock in and out. That is what I do with my business. But the difference is I am in control of my business. And so I choose discipline over comfort. So if I have to stay up a little extra, spend a little extra time to work on something that I know will bring success into my business growth, I will do it because it is mine and it is something that I am in control of. And so choosing discipline over comfort. The other thing is believing again after disappointment. So when there is disappointment, when something is not working, when it does not go the way that you plan, just believe that you can do it, and come up, and usually you come back stronger. Why? Because that whatever challenge or whatever may fail, because here's the thing. I have, there have been books that that we have been encouraged to read, and I'm just amazed at the successful people who have failed so many times. Why they're successful is because they never quit. So when they failed, it did not stop them from doing it again. They believe that there is one way that it'll work, and so they keep coming back. And every time they come back, they are stronger, they are smarter, and they're more confident this time because something did work that has taken them to the next step. And so that is how I see my growth. That I can always believe again, even if there is disappointment. You cannot let that stop you. You cannot let that hold you back, but learn from it and keep going. So slow growth is still slow growth. It is still growth. Even if it is slow, it is still growth. And so quiet growth is still growth as well, because it doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be flashy. It just compounds over time. It really, that slow growth, it keeps, compounding. It compounds, and before you know it, it shows up and it's unstoppable, and you become unstoppable. And so that is, something that I've learned in life. And also, just bringing it to the business journey. This is exactly how, sustainable. This is exactly how sustainable income and real freedom are built too. I found that in this digital business journey, and it's not an overnight thing. It is not an overnight thing, because in anything, it takes time to grow. There is no it is not hype driven, but through consistent steps, the right guidance, and a willingness to keep learning. So I'm talking about the digital business that I've started, and even when results are quiet, all we have to do is learn and keep learning and keep applying it and keep showing up and stay consistent, because that has been the journey of the successful business partners that have started this business years ago. I'm only like getting into by May, I will be 2 years in the business. Just imagine how fast that is. And so if you're in this season where progress feels slow, don't lose heart. Whether it is in life, whatever journey you're in. As for me, this business journey is something that I have learned to be patient. I have learned to learn from others and learn from our training system and apply it in my own way, which that is working. If it is not, then I continue to learn and just keep showing up and stay consistent. So if this season, if you're in the season where progress feels slow, don't lose heart. What you're building quietly today is preparing you for what's next. I truly believe that, in life experience, I have seen the things that I have learned throughout the years, um, the the challenges. It has made me stronger and more confident, and even so, showing up here uh, has given me the courage to share the things that I value. This business journey that I know is helping that I know is helping so many, and many more who are looking um, for that option. And so let me ask you this. What's one small win or area of growth you've experienced this week, even if no one else noticed? Sometimes people don't notice it, but you know yourself that there is growth. And even if it is a small growth, even if it's a slow growth, even if it is a quiet growth, it is growth. And so drop it in the comments. I'd love to know that, or just put it down for yourself. Share it with someone, of that small growth that you have experienced. And it's always good to celebrate progress, because I have learned that even if it's a small one, it really shows that something is actually working. And so here's the thing. Remember, because this is my Go Live, that on positive, just having that positive mindset or speaking positivity. Positivity is a choice. It is a choice. And so faith is a daily walk, and slow growth is still growth. So those are the words of encouragement today. I believe that, it is just the beginning of the year. Many have, what do I say? Many have those New Year resolutions in life. And I have set that for myself, my husband and I. We have set this New Year's resolution. It is good to have plans, goals, and um, and goals for a new year, and also whatever journey you're in. Like um, it just takes discipline. It just takes faith. It just takes lots of prayers and believing that this is something that will help us, help you. And I hope that what I have listed here, what I have shared here tonight, is encouraging you in your journey. That that you don't have to be perfect, that you don't have to figure it all out. Just having that positive mindset and knowing that you can do it, and knowing that even if it becomes difficult, even when the journey becomes challenging, just stay consistent, just keep showing up, um, because you are doing something that will eventually grow. It will eventually um, show up one day, and before you know it, you are unstoppable. So I hope this has encouraged you. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day, evening, night, whatever time zone you're watching me from. Vinaka, Foyexia, and God bless.